I'm guessing you heard the news.
A victory for the Forresters. Or at least that's what you're thinking, right? Really? I think my eyes must have deceived me then, because I was at Eric's. And I saw the way she was flirting with Ridge. How she took every opportunity to get her hands all over him.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another bold and a beautiful review. Well, we had a showdown between Hope and Steffy over the last couple of days, and it looks like they're actually trying to give Hope a little bit of backbone now. In previous episodes, when they've had showdowns, Hope would just kind of stand there and stare at Steffy, but she was actually going toe-to-toe with her today and making points of her own.
Do you really despise my mother that much? No. I actually feel bad for your mom. She's still making these mistakes, the same mistakes we made in our 20s. She doesn't learn from them. And my father's finally starting to realize that. Yeah, thanks to you. And Thomas and Taylor constantly hounding him about all of my mother's shortcomings. We don't have to point anything out for my father. He can make his own decisions.
Now, Steffy, if you really believe that you didn't have to point anything out to for your father and that he can make his own decisions, you wouldn't have sounded like a broken record for the past few months, repeating the same lines over and over and over again. But I did notice that she says Brooke keeps making the same mistakes that they made in their 20s. You know, usually soaps like to keep it very vague about the ages of people, so they are letting it be known that Hope and Steffy are not in their 20s any longer.
My mother will never give up on Rich. What they have together, had together. Everything has changed. Hope, I know it seems like I'm gloating right now, but I'm really not. My parents have reunited. Our family is whole again, Hope. Forresters.
So Steffy says that there was a time that she was worried about her father and losing him to Brooke and the Logans, but she is not anymore. And of course, right after she says this, they flash to a picture of Thomas and Douglas on the desk. So they just keep sending these subliminal messages that once everything is out in the open, this is all going to blow up. I do wonder how Steffy is going to feel towards Thomas once she finds out what he did.
I can't make sense of it. He asked me to just say it.
Say what?
I don't know. It's all on the line. Because of Steffy and Taylor. I am not going to let them win. I am going to get to the bottom of this. When I do, I am going to fix it. And Rich will come back to me. We will be together again.
So Brooke is still racking her brain trying to figure out what she did to set Ridge off this time. She's tried calling him. He's not answering. He's still in Aspen with Taylor. That would be enough right there to tell me forget it. He's still married to her. He's not answering her calls. He's not giving her any real explanation. Bye. But she and Hope actually as well thinks that Taylor and Steffy did something, and nobody is suspecting Thomas. The answer is right there, but nobody is suspecting that Thomas did anything. So she is determined to find out what happened. So it will be very interesting to see how this comes out. I did see people saying that Donna might play a part. Maybe she'll find something out. And she has been more vocal lately. Steffy and Thomas called a meeting at the office on yesterday's episode to let everyone know that Ridge and Taylor were back together. So this meeting included Katie and Donna. Like, why did they need to call a meeting for that? But Eric also brought up Quinn leaving, and they discussed that. And Donna actually rolls her eyes at Steffy's response to it. So I can see that Donna's getting a little bit more feisty lately.
You want to tell her? How do you know?
Quinn texted me. She thanked me for all her years at Forrester Creations.
Quinn's leaving the company?
Yes, she is, and she has already.
And not just the company. Quinn left me too.
Okay, do we think Eric was being just a little petty here, having Carter announce this? This was one of the most petty meetings that I've ever seen. Did he have to have him announce this here? Carter, do you want to tell them? And then, of course, you see by the look on Paris's face, you know she was ready to say something as well.
After all that, after everything Quinn went through to stop you from marrying me, she just left.
Yeah, and I'm still struggling to process it. And what we did to you was so unfair. Should have been honest with you. I was in love with Quinn, and I know she loved me. I know she did.
Yes, of course you did.
That text, it's the only contact you've had with her?
So like I said, Paris had to put her 2 cents in also. And did you notice she did what all the women on this show do, blame the other woman and not the man? She pointed out that Quinn did all of that to stop the wedding and then left him, not acknowledging that Carter had a part in this too. He is the one that left you standing there at the altar. But they did bring Shauna back, and I'm assuming from the dialogue today, just from this, Carter wanted answers to why Quinn left and where she was. So he called up Shauna. She said that Quinn did love him, but at times she gets scared and freaks out and runs. So he should move on to another woman. And of course, Katie was standing right there.
Because frankly, it stinks in there. This guy, man, I'll tell you. That's just a reminder who you're dealing with. The Dollar Bill Spencer.
Okay, Bill was being such a douche during these scenes, but they were hilarious. I think the new kinder, gentler Bill that they've been showing lately is gone. He marched over to Deacon's house to let him know that Brooke and Rich are broken up, but to stay away because that is his turf. Hello, wasn't he like just in the last episode professing his undying love to Katie? That switched up real quick when what she said would happen happened. So, of course, now that Deacon knows, I'm sure he's going to be heading over to Brooke's next to make his play because, you know, putting competition on it like that, plus the fact that he's wanted to be with Brooke forever, is going to light a fire under him. But let's not forget, he's sort of in a relationship with Sheila.
He's got so many issues that Brooke should just avoid him like the plague.
Let me guess, then you would just be all too happy to save her. Look at you being all chivalrous. Well, you know what? I hate to burst your bubble, Sir Lancelot. But no amount of chivalry is going to win Lady Logan for you. Now she's always going to belong to Ridge, whether he wants her or not.
So earlier in the episode, Sheila did let him know that he better stay away from Brooke. She had a stern look on her face, and then she kissed him. And just now, she was letting him know that Brooke will always belong to Ridge. Now, as you can see from Deacon's face, he's contemplating this. So if he goes for this, you know jealous Sheila's going to come out. And jealous Sheila is not one that you want to deal with. So this is an extra layer to the story that actually might make it interesting if they go there. So we'll see. Those were your major scenes over the last 2 days. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.